Oh yeah, that'd be too loud, I think. Oh yeah, that'll sound good at $7 grand. Definitely a way better startup than stock, but once it's already warm, but once it's warmed up, sounds real nice, not too loud, so you're not going to get harassed by the cops. And then press the gas. These are the Borla Pro XS mufflers, part number 40357. So all he did was cut out the stock mufflers. He cut the stock mufflers right there, welded these, and then welded the tips. He didn't even do any bending or anything. He just cut them out, put them in, and so it's pretty fairly easy for them to do. I kind of wanted them more straight and then pushed back a bit, but that's all right, just because there wasn't enough room to bend the pipe for them to come out. If he would have made probably like a 45 to straighten these out, then unfortunately they would have been sticking out too far. So I mean, I didn't really like the angle of them at first, but I'm starting to like them more. Sounds really good. Nice and clean, no rasp. Should have sounded like that from the factory, in my opinion. So if you want a nice tone, not be too loud, these are perfect. I kind of wish they were more gurgly, but I could mess with the fueling on the K-tuner and get the gurgle and the pops, but I don't want to melt my stock cats anyway, so I'm gonna keep it like this for now. When you want to be quiet, you can. When you want to be loud, it has a nice tone. So at night, obviously, it does sound a lot louder. Every sound travels better at night. But so the mufflers came to 300, taxes in, shipped and delivered, Canadian, 300 Canadian. So if you're from the US, it's going to be a lot cheaper. And my muffler tips I actually got on eBay. So taxes in, shipped and delivered, the muffler tips actually only came to around $110, which is insane because they're 4-inch quad tips, and every other 4-inch quad tips that I could find were like $300. There were some other ones, but $120, I wasn't gonna spend $300 for piping. It's just ridiculous. So 120 bucks. It took me forever to find them, but they finally popped up. The actual tips I ordered the first time were titanium from the same seller, and then he actually canceled my order because he said they were the wrong ones. And then another pair popped up, but they were gloss black, which was even better because that's the one that I originally wanted anyways. Everything welded, taxes in, was $220. So if you're American, everything's probably going to be about 30% cheaper than what I'm saying. So very good setup for costs. I wasn't going to spend $2 on a catback, not yet anyways. I just can't get enough of that sound. Now I can actually have fun and have some sound without having to crank it to 5,000 to 7,000 to hear the VTEC with the intake. My overall goal for exhaust setup is going to be the RV6 pre-cat deletes, the Accelerate Jpipe, and the Accelerate catback exhaust. So that's going to be my setup hopefully by next year, but for now this is just fine. I kept the stock resonators. I'm debating on taking them out, but I don't want RAS, so I might put high flow resonators, but then again, that's more money again, so we'll see. I'm happy with this for now. Maybe I'll get bored and make it a little louder, but this exhaust here, I can be quiet, stay out of trouble this way, because the way I drive, you don't need to hear me coming a mile away. But so this exhaust, if you want to be quiet, I've probably said this like 6 times in the video, but it's perfect. Like if you're just cruising, like right now I'm cruising, you can barely hear it. If you don't have headphones in, you're barely going to hear anything anyways, because I actually heard these mufflers, there's 2 clips or 3 clips on YouTube with these mufflers, and I heard it through my cell phone speaker, and I was like, it's not that great. Then I put the headphones in, I was like, oh geez, maybe I'll order these actually. So that's what I did, and I am not disappointed at all. Love the sound, nice clean sound. At around $5,000, the intake just roars anyways. So with my lighter flywheel and the intake, just those alone already increase the engine noise by, I'd say, 5 times louder than stock. So with the exhaust, it would have to be really loud to overpower the intake and the lightweight flywheel. So from low RPMs, I love the sound. I can actually have fun and have a good sound now with not having to go fast. I can actually have fun just driving normal and just shifting at $3,000. Now if you're on the gas lightly, there's barely any, I'm spitting everywhere. If you're on the gas lightly, there's barely any exhaust note, but once you're on it, then obviously it starts getting louder. I'd say the best exhaust note with these is from $3,000 to $4,000. That sounds the best when you're inside, and probably when you're out, I don't know. But I love the sound. I can't get enough of it. I'm always rev matching, downshifting, and just to hear it, like, I don't even have the windows down right now, just so you guys can get an idea of how it sounds on the inside. But hopefully, like I said, you guys have some headphones in. If not, then you're gonna barely hear it anyways. Oh my god, guys, this is just, like, I shift so friggin' slow, and it still just hits that friggin' wall, like in between first and third, or I don't know what the hell it does. But ever since I put that short shifter adapter, I've never had such a hard time getting it into gears. Really debating on taking all this out again and removing that short shifter adapter, because I feel like a complete noob driving this with that short shifter adapter. It just makes it so much more difficult and unsmooth. Like, look at this. Hopefully you guys can see, but if I go slow, like, it's notchy. And when I go to 4th, there's like resistance there. Like if you put the short shifter in, you'll know what I mean. Like it's not smooth like butter, so it makes it a little harder to shift fast. Like it takes some force to get into gear. So I'm not impressed with the short shifter adapter. Makes me feel like a noob. Makes me shift like a turtle. And I am not beating cars by much that I should be pulling away pretty good if I would just shift faster. So hopefully with my new CMC Planning on installing that tomorrow. Hopefully I can shift gears better. Maybe that's another reason why it's grinding, but I feel like it's not going into the slots as good as it does stock. Well, it definitely isn't. Like, I've never had a problem going from second to third as I have ever since I put the short shifter. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys get an idea of how good the exhaust sounds. The wind noise is probably overpowering the exhaust, but I always drive with the windows down now just to get that sound. Barely listen to music. Oh, here's a turn, so let's downshift. So I'm gonna try to get it in these twisty, whiny roads in the next week or so. Just haven't really had time. So that's it for this video. I'm gonna end it here. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And lots more to come. The goal is supercharger kit by 2021, so that should put me over 400 wheel. And then by then the new TLX Type S will come out, and then I'll be able to get that as a daily, because with my horrible shifting and how many times I've grinded gears, I need a car that I can't grind gears and mess up and just have a warranty, because my warranty's almost out on this. And then I'll just won't really care. I'll shift this as fast as I can, and if it breaks, it breaks. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.